Hey Morphers, it's Katrina from Studio M, financial coach to small business owners with today's Daily Decision, Business Edition. And I want to take the whole week of videos to actually walk through a Venn diagram that is overlaid on your proof of concept idea, meaning what is it you're trying to think about as terms of starting your business? What's your business idea? And I want to take the Venn diagram, so the three circles, the one on the left, one on the right, and where they overlap in the middle, to come to a kind of a framework and a structure for thinking through your business idea. So let's get started. So let's take the first circle that's on the left, and we're going to call that the client pain point. So today, I want you to think through this one question. What does the client need to be improved, solved, or removed? What does the client need to be improved, solved, or removed? So improved. If there is no positive change in your client's situation, what is the long-term outcome? So meaning, if they don't have access to your product or service, what is the long-time ongoing negative impact of not having you? So if they don't get it improved, what happens? Now, what about solved? Solved is, what is this challenge preventing the client from accomplishing? What are they not being able to get done unless they have your product or service? So there's a problem they need solved, and until you come through, they are prevented from moving to step 2, step 3, or growing or selling things or whatever for their life and for their business. That's the solved. The third one is removed. Those are bottlenecks. Those are places that are costing the client time and money. So what does the removal of this bottleneck mean for your client? So this, you get to use your imagination. So for you, step into the shoes of your potential client and say, imagine a world if this pain point doesn't exist. If this is a process or an efficiency, what happens if this now goes away? What can the client now do? What does it really mean for them to not have this in their way? So the big question that you are trying to ask, really start with, is what does the client need improved, solved, or removed? That where your product or service would come in, would make it better, would no longer have the problem, or remove the entire bottleneck altogether. So that's your question for the day. What does the client need to have improved, solved, or removed? That's my time for today. I'm Katrina from Studio M. Until we meet, keep working on the change.